I'm Professor Susan DeGise. This tutorial is on practice 5.2b. Directions. Listen to the following melodies and write the most likely time signature onto the staff. Number 1 is by Wagner, and it says ignore the anacrusis. So you can just ignore this one. So let's begin by listening to the example. Okay, so we should actually be able to do this without listening to it. So if you notice, there are a lot of dotted notes. Yes, we have a dotted quarter, and a dotted half, So this is most likely going to be a compound meter. Now, I can see that this is a beat, and this is a beat. And if we look here, this is also a beat. So it's a compound meter with 3 beats per measure. So that means the top number is going to be 9. Now for the bottom number, we need to figure out what note gets the division. So if a dotted quarter is the beat, that means the division is 3 eighth notes. So that means the bottom number here is 8. All right, why don't you go ahead and try number 2? Let me go ahead and play the example. And once again, ignore the anacrusis. Okay, go ahead, take a moment, pause the video, and press play when you're ready. Okay, so right away, we see 3 eighth notes beamed together. I know that's part of the anacrusis, but we also see it right here. Now, it's a big deal that this eighth note is not beamed with it, because if these 4 eighth notes were beamed together, this would be a simple meter. But because we see only 3 eighth notes beamed together, we know this is a compound meter. So if these 3 eighth notes are beamed together, that makes this a division. So we have one division here of 3 eighth notes, and one division here of 3 eighth notes. That means there are 2 beats per measure. If there's 2 beats per measure, the top number is 6. And the division is an eighth note, as we can see here. So this is 6/8. Let's go ahead and look at number 3. Okay, so number 3 could just barely fit. But let's go ahead and listen to the example first. Ooh, that's so beautiful. Okay, so let's go ahead, take a moment, figure out the time signature, pause the video, and press play when you're ready. Okay, so this is a compound meter because we see divisions of 3. So you see that? We have 3 eighth notes, 3 eighth notes, 3 eighth notes, and 3 eighth notes. So there are 4 beats per measure, and since it's compound, that means the top number is 12, and the eighth note is the division, so this is 12/8. Now, don't forget, you have to write it on all the staves, 12/8, 12/8. All right, so that's the way you figure out the time signatures. Now, there's not that many exercises like this, but a really good way to practice is when you're learning music, whether it's your private lesson or ensemble, take a look at the time signature and look at the music and see how the music fits with beaming with the time signature. You've now completed the tutorial for practice 5.2b. Thank you for watching.